We aim to bring even more insights, discussion, and images in the future, so don't forget to like and subscribe for more.
June 16, 2023. Ukraine war, 9 years and roughly 4 months since Putin's Crimea invasion. Overall situation, as we understand at time of writing. All information is taken from public sources, and is not intended to be a complete representation of the combat zones. It should be understood that in addition to a usual fog of war, both Kiev and Moscow are engaging in propaganda campaigns. Dnieper Line. Flooding is subsiding near and downstream from Kakhovka Dam. Areas now exposed are facing risks from munitions that may have been washed downstream. Disease concerns are being generally monitored by Ukrainian health authorities. However, with shelling ongoing, efforts are hindered. The last few days have shown reports of movement of troops away from this front by both armies. The Kremlin continued to shell targets in Kherson. Zaporizhia front. Ukraine's counterattack in this area seems to have slowed, with only minor probing attacks by Ukrainians reported in Moscow-controlled media.
At Avdiivka, reports of combat have been given by both sides, with lines remaining stationary for at least the last 2 days. Bakhmut area. Ukrainian troops are reported to be attacking toward Yahidny, with no gains being reported publicly. Rumors that Ukraine has taken high ground areas do not seem to be confirmed by either army. Oskil border front. In the far north, the Luhansk Oblast fighting currently is perhaps best defined by a long front line spanning about 125 kilometers along the Oskil River and valley. This valley starts in mainland Russia. This area intersects with a green band of forests full of pine trees. These forests provide good cover for attacking troops, but in turn make finding dug-in enemies difficult. Putin has been pushing the army for small gains here for a few weeks, however the pace of attacks seems to have slowed recently. No changes in lines in the last 24 hours were reported. The Kremlin has moved Russia's 85th Artillery Brigade into the fields northwest of Lysychansk. Northern border. Fighting seems to have paused or concluded in the Belgorod Oblast. However, a large apartment fire was reported in Belgorod city. A major power station for Moscow and its suburbs had a massive fire, according to UA Live. Ukraine World related. Kiev reports shooting down 6 hypersonic Kinzhal missiles today. South African delegations visited Ukraine for a diplomatic mission. Swedish BMP CV9040C with active thermal signature blocking have been imaged in Ukraine. It is reported that the Swedes are expected to provide 50 of these new fighting machines. Germany is providing a refill batch of Patriot missiles.
We'll be back soon with an update, as we aim to expand this channel and its range of discussion. Like and subscribe, and do good.